Let us inform ourselves on the story of a Nigerian woman named Chioma Okoli. Chioma Okoli reviewed some time ago the tomato made by Erisco food in Nigeria. She wrote a review, and the review she wrote is now causing a lot of problem in the country, even for ourselves. So maybe you might have heard of it, and if not, let us do some review and know what is actually happening to Chioma right now, or what might happen to her in the future. Let's go ahead and contribute. What is your opinion? Let us know. A Nigerian woman reviews some tomato puri online. Now she faces jail. Abuja, Nigeria. CNN correspondent put pen to paper. A Nigerian woman who wrote an online review of a can of tomato puri is facing imprisonment after its manufacturer accused her of making a malicious allegation that damaged its business. Chioma Okoli, a 39-year-old entrepreneur from Lagos, is being prosecuted and sued in civil court for allegedly breaching the country's cybercrime law in a case that has gripped the West African nation and sparked protests by locals who believe she's been prosecuted for exercising her right to free speech. What did she say? Okoli, a small-scale importer of children's wear, told CNN that on September 17, she asked her 18,000 followers on Facebook to share their opinion about a tomato puri she bought in place of her usual brand, saying that she found it too sweet. Her post, accompanied by a photo of an opened can of Nagiko tomato mix produced by local company Erisco Foods Limited, sparked various reactions from commenters, one of whom replied, "Stop spoiling my brother's product. If you don't like it, use another one than bringing it to social media or call the customer service." Okoli responded, "Help me advise your brother to stop killing people with his product. Yesterday, my first time of using it. It's a pure sugar." A week later, on September 24, she was arrested. In legal filings seen by CNN, the Nigerian police force alleged that Okoli used her Facebook account with the intention of instigating people against Erisco Food, adding that a statement on March 7 that it had unearthed compelling evidence against her from its preliminary investigation. According to the police, Okoli was charged with instigating Erisco Foods Limited, knowing the said information to be true under Section 24, 1B of Nigerian Cybercrime Prohibition Act. If found guilty, she could face up to 3 years in jail or a fine of 7 million naira, around $5,000, or both. Okoli was separately charged with conspiring with 2 other individuals with the intention of instigating people against Erisco Food Limited, which the charge sheet noted was punishable under Section 27 1B of the same act. She risked a 7-year sentence if convicted of this charge. CNN reached out to Facebook for comment. Okoli is also being sued in a separate civil case brought by Erisco, which said in a statement issued on January 19 that it was defending its reputation after our comment resulted in several suppliers declining to disassociate themselves from us. The Lagos-based food company said it also suffered the loss of multiple credit lines and had therefore filed a civil lawsuit against Okoli that brought 5 billion naira, more than $3 million in damages. This case is due to be heard on May 20. Our lawyer, Inibehe Effiong, told CNN. A spokesman for Erisco Food, Nnamdi Nwokolo, told CNN that the company would not speak further on the case because it is pending in a court of competent jurisdiction. Public apology required. Okoli, who is currently pregnant with her fourth child, told CNN she was arrested by plainclothes police while she was in the church in Lagos and detained in a leaky police cell. I was put in the cell around 6 p.m. on September 24. There were no seats. So I stood all through till the next day. My legs were inside the water that came from the leaking roof. Sometimes I squatted to reduce the pressure on my legs. I was thinking about my children who were at home. I was talking to myself. I would think, I would pray. I was messed up, she said. The following day, Okoli was flown to the Nigerian capital, Abuja, and held at police station until her release on administrative bail was finalized a day later, she said. Agreeing to apologize publicly to Erisco was a condition of her release on bail, she said, but our lawyer, Effiong, told CNN she agreed to this under duress and therefore did not apologize after her release. The police filed the case against Okoli in Abuja court on October 5. The first court's hearing took place on December 7. She was represented by her lawyer but did not attend it in person. Okoli told CNN that a month later, on January 9th, police entered her Lagos home and attempted to arrest her despite a restraining order issued by a court on November 8th, barring her arrest without a court order. CNN has seen a copy of the restraining order. They stayed in my building from 6:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. My children couldn't go to school that day and we couldn't go out to get food because the cooking gas was finished, she said. Eventually, she said the police left. National spokesperson Olumiyiwa of Nigerian police, Olumiyiwa Adejobi, told CNN that he could not comment on the case as the matter was still in court. We will comment on the case when the court decides, Adejobi said. Countersuit against police and food company. Effiong told CNN that Okoli's legal team was now gearing up for the two legal cases which he described as a David versus Goliath battle. In this case, we believe that David is right and Goliath is wrong, Effiong said. In October, he filed a 500 million naira, $361,171 countersuit on behalf of Okoli against both Erisco and the Nigerian police at a Lagos court, challenging her arrest and detention, which he said violated our constitutional right to personal liberty and freedom of movement. In a court paper relating to the countersuit, Effiong argued that his client's arrest was also a breach of our constitutional right to freedom of expression. He said that he would also ask the Abuja court, where she was being tried for cybercrime violation, to transfer the case to Lagos, where she lives, at the next hearing set for April 18. Hard to prove. Nigerian legal and public affairs analyst Kelechukwu Uzoka told CNN that there are limits to freedom of speech. The freedom of speech defense. No law guarantees absolute freedom, he said. While we have our freedom of expression, there are limitations. You can defame or malign someone. However, he added that cybercrime is difficult to prove in court. You have to prove actual harm when the post was made. Erisco must prove that the Facebook post by Okoli affected his business as at the point it was made. He noted that Okoli's post, she used a word with 3 asterisks, which could be open to interpretation. Harassment and intimidation of Chioma Okoli must end now, Amnesty International Nigeria said earlier this month, as Nigerians began crowdfunding online to support our legal fees. Okoli's case has sparked protest at Erisco's Lagos facilities, as many on social media called for a boycott of its products. The company's founder, Eric Ofia, refused to budge, however, saying in a recent documentary on the local Arise television channel that he won't drop the lawsuit against Okoli and that he would rather die than allow someone to tarnish my image I worked for 40 years to grow. What is your take about this? This is actually the summary of what is going on with Chioma Okoli and Erisco Food, the maker of this said tomatoes. Put your comment in the comment section. You can also hear it as well. Look at the way the case is going. David versus Goliath. It seems somebody is having an upper hand now. Where will it lead to? Does it really worth it that the case should be brought to court? Is Erisco doing the right thing? Inibehe Heviong, more grease to your elbow, and those people participating in the crowdfunding to help Chioma. You help Chioma, you help yourself.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.